Irene Hogan. I'm a member of staff from Cork Institute of Technology. I'm a ladies gaelic football coach, player, mentor, and like many of you, volunteer. And I'm also on the tutor with the ladies gaelic football. I recently did my master's on the impact of gender on the coach-athlete relationship and athlete satisfaction in ladies gaelic football. So we all know as coaches that we spend a lot of time with our players in each other's daily lives. We know that it's an interpersonal relationship, and this is based on thoughts, behaviours and emotions of the two people. There's a great deal of interaction between the coach and the athlete, and this is important for the development of the player, both psychologically, physically and socially. And then satisfaction is the positive affective state based on a person's evaluation of a given experience. Okay? So the coach-athlete relationship is based on the three constructs of closeness, commitment and complementarity, the three C's. We see the closeness refers to emotion and things like liking and trusting. Commitment refers to such things as the thoughts, about maintaining the relationship into the future. And the third one, the complementarity, is about our behaviours, so how we interact with each other, the teamwork that we're involved in, how we relate to our players as coaches. So what did I do? I took two questionnaires that were already in research, so the coach-athlete relationship questionnaire and the athlete satisfaction questionnaire. So the coach-athlete relationship looks at the three C's, where the players filled in from 1 to 7 how they felt on different statements. Either they strongly agreed or strongly disagreed with the statements. The athlete satisfaction questionnaire, I narrowed it down to 7 constructs that I felt were appropriate for the study, and I'll go through them later. There was 153 non-elite ladies footballers within the study, and I ranged from 5 teams that were coached by males and 3 teams that were coached by females. As you can imagine, it was more difficult to find female coaches in charge of adult teams. So 116 were coached by male, 37 by female. 48% of them were in the current season, and 52% of them had that coach for more than 1 season. So what did I find? I found women were great. But I found men weren't too bad either. Okay, so the athletes coached by females had a more positive coach-athlete relationship. So it was all done from the player's perspective. Directly, so the player thinking, I like my coach, but also the meta perspective where the player says, my coach likes me. So they had to rate that as well. Female coaches also scored higher on all 7 elements that is studied in the ASQ, but significantly different on personal dedication. So those players that had female trainers felt they gave more to the training sessions, more to the team. Training and instruction, they were very happy with their female coach for that. Personal treatment, so personal treatment is a really important one for female players, and that includes such things as feedback and social support. And Darren would have alluded to in his study earlier about the positive feedback and continuously giving feedback to the players. That's personal treatment, and then the team performance subscale as well. So this is the graph. So this is where it shows that the females scored higher. But as you can see from the graph, all the male coaches scored above 5 in all of the sub-scales as well. So what does this mean for you as a coach? Whether you're coaching male or female, it's important that there is a good coach-athlete relationship, that there's positive feedback for the players, the social support is important. We have to realise that there is a difference if we're coming from coaching from a male background, that we must approach it slightly different when we're training females. From a practical point of view, you as a coach could decide to take elements of either the coach-athlete relationship questionnaire or the athlete satisfaction questionnaire. So you could do some self-appraisal on your own coaching. You might want to see how is your relationship with the players. We all would like to think that we have a very good relationship with our players, but maybe when they fill in a form like this, it might be quite so. So it's just about getting the right balance and knowing that we're all on the same page. And I suppose one of the most important things, the more satisfied an athlete is, the more likely they are to exert a greater effort during competition to improve performance. Okay, and just one quote to finish up. I put in a soccer quote first, but I'll back it up with a GA one. The partnership between coach and athlete is a key ingredient in creating a winning team. and I think a picture tells 1,000 words. If you look at all the ladies footballers, they're looking not at the cup, at what they just won, they're actually looking at their coach, Irene, who will be here tomorrow speaking. And one of these players, Julia Murphy, commented in an article about him and Ryan that he's another member of the team. There's no him and us, there's just us. Okay, so I'd like to thank you for your attention, and it's probably the first race I've ever won.